neutral, most all the third gear. Here we are cruising in fifth. I'm starting off my wideband problems this morning, but it happens, you know. This tool is old, so it's inputs to my dual channel. It's designed to be portable. You know, you could get a fixed one, but this one's designed to be portable. And I had only wired up channel 1, but it popped off when I was plugging it in. Wiring into my Pro feature, they call it, in the HP tuners, which allows you to plug in to into your HP tuners dongle. I got one of the very first ones ever made, and they didn't even have it. You know, they just kind of heat shrunk. They made an interface with a USB cable, and just left you bare wires. Well, anyway, here's input 1 that I have it set up, which is input 1 here. This is the cable that goes into my LM2. This is all from Innovate LM2. So it has a lot of outputs also unused. I wired up channel 1. I have channel 2 here spare. So what I'm going to do is to keep this, so now I'm just going to use channel 2 because this is channel 2. So I'm going to move the wires over from the HP tuners into channel 2. Then I'll be able to at least see one channel of wideband O2 and log it on the HP tuners VCM suite, they call it, you know, the logging software. Cold start. MAF tuning. Mass flow detector only. Open loop with wideband. So this is the very first tune drive and warm up and idle. And it's going to record what the airflow, wideband airflow is reading and what the tune wants, and then the difference between them and the correction, the error correction. And that'll be this table right there. So ignore some of the radical ones after it just started. Those after it warms up is a better values. So I'm going to let this run. See, the actual narrow bands are lean. The wideband is, let's see, showing pretty rich. So the narrow bands may not be warmed up yet. There's a lot to this. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do today. Okay, for the first ride, I have that, let me unhighlight it. So at low RPMs, it's a hair rich. At idle, it's rich with the mass flow detector. But I'm ignoring that right now because speed density is more factored. But then cruising, it's very rich, which it proved yesterday on my normal. So it's 10%, even 20% compared to air fuel. You get up to higher RPMs. I tried pulling third gear way up, and it's pretty close. So I just put those percentages into the tune at the mass flow detector only, and I just now flashed it to the PCM. So I'm going to go do another drive and then data log. See how close I got the mass flow detector on that. Do it again, and maybe a third time. Then I'm going to go to VE tuning, and this is all closed. This is all open loop. There's no correction. It's all open loop so that we can kind of dial in the tune. Always forget the parking brake with these manual cars. Third gear. I'm lugging it too much. There's a copper. See if he follows me. I got registration and insurance, but I can't pull hard from here. I'll have to save my hard pull for later. This license plate reader didn't work so good because I don't have a license plate on the front. It looks like 10% in the cruising area. Okay, I promised to show the screen mass flow error. At the lower and cruise, it's taken out 4 to 5% in only one little area. Let's go up further. Adding 1 to 3. Oh, this had to have been a decel spot. Way up top. Way up top, adding 10%. All right, gang, I've already done the mass flow detector tuning. And now I'm going to load in a speed density VE style tune. I already had it ready. There's plenty of resources online. What I do is I follow like James Short, Scott Clark, Real Tuners Techniques, and also Jeff Evans of Evans Performance Academy. I follow that technique. And basically, I have it in open loop where the temperatures are high, where it'll never go to closed loop. And I have the mass flow detector. I'll show you what I'm going to load in. On the dynamic, the mass flow detector is right, okay. This high RPM, normally it's like at 3,000 or 4,000. And that's where, that's the crossover point where it blends speed density and mass flow. So I have it up real high, and then I also have in the diagnostics, I have it mil on first error, and yeah, what is it? Mil on first error, oh yeah, and airflow here. All right, so it fails at 100 hertz. So that'll turn off your, that's how you do it. There's plenty of sources online to show that, but that's what I've done. So right off the bat, when I turn the key, mass flow sensor is going to do an error. It's going to revert to only speed density, no mass flow detector. I've also put the spark tables, the high and the low, as the same. I copied the high spark tables, put them into the low octane tables because it reverts to the low octane spark tables. Let me show you that. Under spark, I mean, if you're new at this, so like high octane, I see like the numbers generally, like 31 up here, right, are the same as, let me get the low octane. See, same numbers. And it's this tune then is going to be only using the VE table. And so I'll be rolling and data logging the air fuel error, the air fuel difference between what the target is and what it's showing on the wideband. It's going to populate a table in the scanner. And and I'll be able to correct all this. And hopefully the car will run okay, and I'll get a bunch of data logs, adjust it, go do some more data logs, adjust it, go do some more, and adjust it. Then we'll take it all back to where it will correct by going into closed loop and put that back to normal and do some data logging. Let's back out. Wideband showing 12.7, 12.6, little ridge. We're going to the park. There's that cop again. Check out how much VE table data I got. And notice way up here was the wide open throttle high load, and it was really lean. So I got to fix the table there. It wanted a lot more fuel. This is cruising area here. I'm pretty happy with that, but it still could have more adjustments. Okay, so I got that VE table made. A lot more fuel up top. Gonna flash it in. This is the second VE adjustment. Cars today. We still want fuel up top. All right, if the camera is recording, all right, we are at, this is a closed loop setup. So the mass flow detectors turn back on. I'm back into normal. The blend of the speed density and mass flow. Mass flow takes over at like 3,000 RPM. And data logging. I'm doing airflow error. I'm watching the mass flow detector. You gotta put a gauges in here. Add gauges. Okay. So there'll be short-term trims, short-term, long-term's not on. Short-term's adding 14. Let's let it idle for a bit. Look at it outside, see how she looks. Looks good. Looks good out there. AC or heater. I'll have to work on that when the AC comes on. I'll work on that later. All right, they popped. Good. There was cables in the way last time Stuart, my across the street neighbor, real nice guy. Circuit. Sure, my blinker works, but okay, people sit there like I'm not turning. So should I try to pull second gear and spin tire? Yep, let him go down the road. Not even try first gear, let me just try second gear. And that'll give some good data. Squeeze it and fall. Hit the short run. Just guessing at my speed. O2 is perfect. It's 14.1. That's what I have it set at for 10% alcohol. The blend that you'd have in most pump gas. Sixth gear. Cruising at sixth gear. It's not bucking. Cruise is pretty nice. Here. Nice. This cruise is nice. I'm gonna go down Calvert Cliffs Road here, back to 5th. The blinker doesn't work. It's solid. No wonder. Yeah. This is Calvert Cliffs access road. Real good. When it cruises, the O2s are working really good. The short term is like nothing. Short term trim is nothing. When it idles, it's grumpy like crazy. That must be false lean, let's say, because of the cam and the overlap. So I can get back and forth. Temperature is so nice and stable, right at 175. On home. We got a low speed limit on this access road, so I can't hot dog it. It was at 180. The second fan came in, and I had that second fan to push it down to 174. Well, blinker doesn't work here either. It's solid. It's not blinking. I got to work on the AC, the air, the idle air. There's a couple tuning spots where you can add when the AC kicks on. It'll allow the engine to stay idling better. After all this tuning, I'm going to check this spark plugs and probably change the spark